the iPhone bull. I guess you're wondering why we call this episode the iPhone bull. Well, it's because more than half, actually almost the whole show was filmed on my iPhone. We had some camera trouble while we were out there, and aside from this commentary, everything, all the footage out in the field was basically filmed with my iPhone. So we're going to apologize up front if the quality of the video isn't up to par.
Swacker puts them down. Any game, any place, every time.
Looks like the Schwacker did the job. Schwacker?
God bless the Schwacker. Schwackers are the real deal.
And thank you for Schwacker.
Schwacker.
Love those Schwackers, man. Schwacker.
Schwacker. Any game, any place, every time.
So I've been waiting to draw an Arizona bull tag during the rut for years. And when I found out that none of my family was available to go with me on this hunt, nor was my normal cameraman available to go with me, I started looking to all my closest friends to help me out, either run camera and call. So I grabbed my good friend of 19 years, Gasper Bruder. And he's the type of guy, you give him any excuse to go elk hunting, he'll take it. I also got a hold of my friends Billy, Ricardo, and Daniel. And these guys are some serious elk hunters. In fact, actually, Billy owns Let It Rip Outfitters, so he's a professional. Actually, they're all three of them professional. They all work for Billy. And so I knew I was in good hands. I put together a good team, and I had high hopes. So I put a lot of time in scouting the area. We had cameras up there for months and months just to get an idea of what the cows are doing. I like to pattern the cows because usually where the cows are at, that's where the bulls are going to come in during the rut. And we had a really good idea of what the elk were doing in that area. So I drew what's called a metro unit, 11M. This is the city and the outskirts of the city. And this is a unit that Billy was not familiar with, nor were any of the other guys that I was hunting with, that they didn't know this. But I've hunted this unit a long time for deer. So when I took Billy and his wife Missy up there to go deer hunting, which is a couple of weeks before the season, it was this little scouting trip that kind of made all the difference in the world, because we were able to locate where the bulls were using at that time. By the way, even this clip was filmed through my binoculars with my iPhone. So the work was put in, the training was complete, and the gear was packed. So we're off to elk country. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm John Stallone of the Hunting Channel Online. It takes a lot of time and patience to draw a trophy tag here in Arizona. And when I do, I don't just trust that tag to anybody. I give Billy a call at Let 'Em Rip Outfitters. Billy's got a nice setup, knowledgeable guides, and he really knows his game. Give him a call. I promise you won't be disappointed. His number and information right here at the bottom of the screen. Tell him John sent you, and we'll see you out in the field.
Well, it's opening morning, elk season 2013. And of course, my luck, we wake up, it's raining, it's windy. Temp's good. Forecast said we're supposed to have some clear skies today, but these guys apparently don't know what the hell they're doing because it's raining. It's actually kind of sleeting right now.
It's about 37 degrees outside, which is good. We wanted it to be cool. And we just showed up at Billy's camp and scoop them up and see if we can make something happen even despite the rain.
So we scooped up the guys and hit the field.
I'm not going hunting with you anymore. You always bring bad weather.
So the first morning we get out there, we let out a few bugles in the dark, and we hear some bugles off in the distance. You know, we stalk our way in, and we get within 160 yards of this feeding bull.
There's cows over here. Big bulls. Yeah, he's grazing right at us right now. That's why he's leaving. There's a bunch of cows up here. To the left, bro. That's why he's leaving. Good, bro.
But for whatever reason, he wasn't responding to our calls. We were calling at him and he wouldn't come in, and I couldn't close the distance because it was a real open area. That's about all the action we had all day long, and it kind of took a little bit of the wind out of our sails, but we still had high hopes and kept at it. Unfortunately, we had more of the same for the next couple of days. Just bugles early in the morning, they'd shut up right away, we couldn't get close enough. But we knew we were where the bulls were at, just given all the sign that we had seen. It wasn't until about day 3 till things started heating up.
The bulls aren't bugling this morning. We heard a couple real early. And just moving spots right now. It's about 6:30 in the morning. It's the coldest morning it's been since we went up here. We got a little snow this morning. It's starting to clear up a little bit. So hopefully some things will be moving around.
We had slipped into this area where we knew there was a lot of sign and had seen a lot of fresh sign. We let out a few locating bugles, and right away we got an immediate response, and we hit the dirt running. On our way stalking into this bull, we ran into a buck, which we were afraid that we were going to spook right towards the bulls and kind of mess up our whole thing. So it took us a little time, but we finally got around them, and we got in there just in the nick of time to watch these two spikes sparring. The bulls we were after were feeding in this meadow, and it was kind of open, so we couldn't close the distance. So we decided to call at them to see if they would come in. And sure enough, they started coming towards us, but then the bigger bull came and chased off the satellite bull. And after that was up, he took his cows and he ran off.
He's chasing a cow. Wow. I think he just chased the bull. There's the big one right there. Oh, I think I got the big one. He's walking off. There he goes. Both of them are. I think we should try. They're chasing each other. I know. I think we should be closer when they're preoccupied. Hi, welcome to the Hunting Channel Online's Tip of the Week. I'm your host, John Stallone. Each week, we get tons of questions in our Ask the Pro section of the Hunting Channel. And one of the main questions we get is, why should I buy a new bow when my old bow still shoots good? For example, Jake from California writes, I've been shooting a Matthews switchback since 2006, and I feel like it's time for a change, but I can't bring myself to spend $1,000 on a new bow when my old one still shoots well. Do you have any insight as to the benefits of upgrading? Well, Jake, I too own a switchback, and it's a great bow, classic Matthews quality. It was, shot 318 feet per second, just a good, solid, all-around great bow. And really, it was the first true parallel limb bow that kind of started the revolution. Now let's compare the switchback to the new Creed. The The first thing you're gonna notice automatically when you pick both these bows up is that there's a 20% reduction in weight. But what does that mean? Well, I do a lot of spot and stalk hunting, and if I have to tote around a heavier bow all day, my arm will get a little bit more fatigued. So when it comes time to make that shot, I'm gonna be a little less accurate. Now, with a lighter bow, it's the opposite. My arm is less fatigued, and that usually calculates into a more accurate shot. This is all due to the new GeoGrid lock riser. Now, the new longer riser is another benefit. A longer riser calculates to more stability. More stability calculates to more accurate shooting. The longer riser creates the beyond parallel limbs. And what this does is decrease vibration and lowers noise. So less hand shock will improve your accuracy, and the reduction in noise will minimize the reaction from the animal. Basically, minimizing string jump as us hunters know it. Another innovation Matthews came up with is the reverse roller guard. Now this guard will actually makes it easier for you to draw the bow back. So you can either shoot higher poundage, or what I like about it is because my poundage didn't change, I'm still shooting 70, I can draw back more concealed with less movement. Slower, smoother draw, and that's gonna basically calculate to spooking less game in the field, because if you're out there doing one of these because you have a bow that's too hard for you to pull back, you're gonna get busted. Let's say you're getting a little long in the tooth and you really can't pull back 70 pounds anymore, but you don't wanna give up speed. The Creed is a blazing 328 feet per second. So if you do the math, you can actually shoot the Creed at 63 pounds and still get 318 feet per second that you're shooting out of your switchback. The long and short of it is, I know it's hard to get rid of something good, but trust me, Jake, when I tell you the Creed is truly an upgrade, and your trophy room will thank you for it. Remember, if you have any other hunting questions, go to the Hunting Channel online and go to the Ask the Pro section, drop us a line, and we'll get back to you. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you out in the field.
Hey, want to kill more bucks? Are you tired of spending hours in a tree hoping a buck will pass by in range? Are you tired of eating a tag sandwich each year? Well then get the system developed by the pros that will guarantee you'll see and kill more deer. The Whitetail Hunter's Blueprint is a culmination of 100 years of experience, tips, tricks, and all put into one system that is suitable for any level of hunter to adapt into their hunting skill set. You will kill more bucks, we guarantee it. If the system doesn't improve your hunting 100%, we will give your money back, no questions asked. But that's not all. If you act now and go to our website to purchase the book, you will get these 2 free gifts: The Secrets of Hunting Western Game, the most comprehensive guide for hunting all major Western animals, and 4 free months of online membership at thehuntingchannelonline.com, the most cutting-edge multimedia hunting magazine on the internet. A value of $60 for free, so act now and pick up your copy of the Whitetail Hunter's Blueprint today.
Morning before, we woke up to bulls bugling all around us. It seemed like somebody turned on a switch and things started to heat up. Well, we kept playing a little cat and mouse with bulls all morning long. Couldn't get close enough. They kept picking up their cows and taking off. So we figured out that they weren't really being very aggressive yet. So we head back to camp to grab a little lunch and come up with a plan for that afternoon. Well, that afternoon, Frank, my father-in-law, came up to relieve Gasper because he had to go back to work and run camera for us. And we had been going out like at 4:30 because things didn't really start heating up until 5:30, 6 o'clock at night. And it was about 3 o'clock. And Daniel, Ricardo, and myself decided to jump in the truck to go check out a burn that I had hunted deer in before, and we knew that there was some sign and stuff in there. So I just threw the bow in the car, no packs, no water, no camera, nothing. I just threw the bow in the car just in case we saw something on the way in, you know. So we get over there, and Daniel starts letting out some bugles with my FX, and sure enough, we hear a bull probably 300-400 yards away. But between the bull and us, we hear some cows. So he continues to start cow calling, and sure enough, these cows come right into the truck. After we let the cows feed on past us, because we didn't want to spook them towards the bull, the chase was on. We got around the burn with the truck, we jumped out, and we closed the distance probably about 200 yards, so we're within 300 yards of him now. And Daniel starts bugling with the FX, Ricardo's calling with cow calling, and we hear him up the ridge. We know we gotta go at him hard and go at him fast. So we haul butt up this steep, probably 50, 55 degree angle ridge straight up like a bunch of mountain goats. Run right up there, we get on this big elk trail and we start transversing towards him. Daniel lets out a soft bugle and this boy lights up. Sounded like a growl from a bear or something. It didn't even sound like an elk. We knew he was close. He was within 75 yards of us. So we hurry up and set up. Daniel drops down about 10 yards behind us and he starts raking a tree with a shed antler, bugling and cow calling, while me and Ricardo jump behind this deadfall and set up, and we're cow calling as well. Well, we were speaking his language because this boy came in on a string, just pissed off, snorting, pissing on himself. We heard him coming. He comes around, he stops behind this tree, and I go to full draw. And what you don't realize here, because Ricardo was busy calling and busy trying to look for the elk and kind of help me get set into position, is that he almost forgot to film it. He grabs my iPhone and he starts to film it. Now I already had been at full draw for probably about a minute at this point. And I'm holding, I'm starting to get a little tired because we had literally just run up this hill and I was already breathing heavy and my heart was going. So, and I'm holding back and finally the bull decides to step out. So this is why I shoot a Matthews. Like I said, I was holding back for over a minute and I had a nice solid anchor point, and even though I was getting tired, I knew that I was going to be able to make my shot. He steps out from behind that tree and he's walking towards me, and I let him have it at 25 yards.
Good shot, good shot. Good shot.
I had hit him a little further back than I had hoped. He was walking and I should have stopped him, but I didn't. So the shot was a little bit far back, but we knew we got lung and liver for sure, and probably both lungs. So we just wanted to give him a little bit of time, but we were running out of light, and none of us had a flashlight. So we only gave him about 25 minutes before we went to go look for him. Just shot my bull. He's a nice bull. We had everything go wrong. The camera stopped working. We had to film it with my iPhone. So I'm filming this with my iPhone right now. Oh, I stuck him good, man. And we're on the, oh, I think we got him. You guys are walking up ahead of me now because I'm taking my sweet time walking with this phone. The nocturnal lighted knock made it easy for us to find the arrow, and the Schwacker broadhead made it easy for us to follow the blood trail. We found this bull piled up 100 yards from my shot. The old Matthews did it again, man. That's why I won't shoot anything else. I was at full draw for about a minute, and just found the arrow here. It's all full blood. Check out that Schwacker, man. Did its job. And the nocturnal lighted knocks, man, helped us find that real quick. We're about 80 yards. Oh, they found them. They found them. Let's go get them. Well, we finally made it happen. It's a good bull. He's got 8 on one side and I think 7 on the other, or 6. And I just want to say thank you. You want to get in here, Billy? And you guys come over here. Well, I guess you can't because you're holding the camera. But my friends from Let It Rip Outfitters, Billy came up and called for me. And Daniel and Ricardo. My father-in-law Frank came up to help out today. We had everybody up here. It was a little tough go at first, but we figured out where they were at and stayed with them, and we finally got ourselves a good trophy. I'm excited. The old Matthews did its job. Schwacker broadheads, nocturnal lighted knocks, gold tip arrows. Deadliest combination. Well, the next morning, it was time to get this bull to the meat processor. It took all 5 of us last night to get this bull up a ramp and into my truck. We all knew he was heavy, but we didn't realize until we got him to the meat processor that this boy weighed 1,229 pounds. It is the biggest body bull I have ever shot. And not that he's a world record in weight, but for the area that I was hunting, he was probably one of the heaviest bulls even the meat processor that he's seen in a long time. Well, it was a great hunt with great friends, and I had a blast. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you out in the field.